welcome you to the third day of the orientation program conducted by the Faculty of Technology, Sabarkam University of Sri Lanka for the students of 2022-2023 batch. Today, our special session is about university and student welfare. Our honorable speaker for the session is Mr. R. Senthuran, who is currently working as the Senior Assistant Registrar of the Students Affairs branch of the Sabarkama University of Sri Lanka. Now the session is over to you, sir.
Good morning, and can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Yeah, good morning, and thank you for the kind welcome. And I think we can start the session straight away, right?
Okay, sir, you can proceed with.
Can you all see my slides clearly?
Yes, sir, we can see.
Yeah. So, good morning to all students, and warm welcome to all of you on behalf of the Student Affairs Department to the Sabarkama University of Sri Lanka. I am Sendhuran. I am the present Senior Assistant Registrar attached to the Student Affairs and Welfare Division. And so in this session, what we are going to look at is what is Student Affairs Department? What do we do at the Student Affairs Department? What are the services we provide to the students of the university from this department? So what I am going to go through is the matters and the functions relevant to the student registration, how we provide hostel facilities to the students, which is student accommodation, what are the canteens and meals and other facilities available to the students at the Sabarkama University of Sri Lanka, financial assistances and scholarships, what we provide to the students of this university, any other supporting services other than the above I have mentioned, the important thing, student discipline, and other important contact details which will be helpful to the students. So first thing is registration. Once a student is registered to the university, he become the full-time internal student of the university, full-time internal student of a particular faculty, in your case, Faculty of Technology. So what we are going to look at in this section is how students enroll, how students register, how they do the re-registration each year, and student ID and the students portal, which are very useful to the students. The initial registration is actually done by the UGC by calling first form, which you have already done. So once you registered with the University Grants Commission, what they do is they collect and select you for a preferred and eligible course of study, and they compile it and send the details to the university, which means they will send the whole database of number of students who are admitted to the Faculty of Technology to follow the degree program with the 2022 and 23 academic year. Once we receive that list of details, we will create registration number and index number to each student. By creating those registration and index number, we update the student details at the student portal, which is the online system, online management information system for the students. Once we update the student portal, then the students can be able to register them online to the university. For that, they have to pay the relevant registration fee, which they have already done it while they do at the registration at the UGC. After doing the online registration, What students will do is submit their hard copy of the application and other documents like school leaving document and other particulars which he has sent to them and fill and submit. So once you receive all these documents, we will create a personal file to each and every student of this university. This personal file will be available in the university forever. So any matters related to a student, for an example, if I am a student, there is a personal file will be here in the student affairs department on my name, which includes details before I enroll to the university and until I complete and pass out from the university. Once a student is registered to university, they will follow the study program, and after completing first year of the study program by sitting all the examinations and stuff, the second year will commence. But when before go to second year, student has to register for the second year of study. Likewise, the student has to register for the third year of study, also has to register for the fourth year of study. If a student particularly unable to complete the degree program within the 4 years of study, only 2 or 3 subjects pending, and he or she has to complete it in the with the another batch in the fifth year of study, they have to register for that academic year also. So when one student promotes from one academic year to another, before commencement of that particular academic year, Student Affairs Department will publish a notice to that relevant students via online as well as at the faculty notice board to re-register them with the academic year. For that, online application as will be available. So when doing the online application, student has to submit the bank slip along with the application form with the re-registration fee, which is 300 rupees per year. It means per academic year. There will be a 1 month period given to students to register. Especially, normally, ordinarily, this is 1 month prior to commencement of the particular academic year. If any student fail to re-register himself or herself within that given period of 1 month, they have to pay 10 rupees late fee or penalty for each day. If one person delayed for 1 month, they will pay 300 plus 300, 600 rupees as re-registration fee. After doing the online re-registration, the hard copy of the application with the bank slip will be submitted to the Student Affairs Department with the recommendation and approval of the head and dean of the faculty. We will put that document in your personal file for further references. If you are not re-registered with the ongoing academic year, you will not be eligible to receive hostel, not eligible to receive Mahapalava, bursary, or any other benefit. Even your name will not be included in the attendance list. So be cautious about this and get yourself re-registered on time. Each and every internal student of this university has to bear, has to keep, has to possess the student identity card with him or herself at all the time until completing the degree program. Like as a citizen of Sri Lanka, we all have to bear, we are all have to possess our national identity card when we are roaming around. Likewise, within the university, while you are a student in the university, you have to keep your student identity card all the time. For this, the university has application form in both format, hard copy as well as online form, Google Sheet. You have to submit the application with the photograph and everything, and the student affairs department issue the identity card when you are physically at the university. In case, in case by accident, if any of you have lost your identity card, then what you have to do is there is an application form to get a duplicate copy of an identity. Before that, you have to get a police report stating that you have lost, and police entry report stating you lost this, and with that there is a lost payment, 1,000 rupees, and you have to attach that bank slip as well. With that, we will issue the duplicate copy of the identity card. But it is advised, keep it safe and don't lose it. And whenever it is required by the officers like security personnel or the marshal, you have to obey that and show your identity to them. As I have already told you, there's a student online portal and you all aware of it and you may have accessed it. But at present, it is still under development. But hopefully by this year, end of this year, it will be fully functioning. In the student online portal, we have all the details about each and every student, all the the advanced level results, address, email address, contact details, parent contact details, and it will also have the details including the semester-wise results, what any disciplinary proceedings of any particular student, those things. So this will be effectively in use, hopefully by the end of this year. Then student will also be also able to access matters, apply matters through the students portal also. The next important function of the student affairs department is providing accommodation to the students. As you all aware, Sri Lankan University education, state university education is residential education. It is not like what when you go to school by residing from your home like that. So it is important to the university to provide accommodation to the students because most of the students are coming far away from the location of the university. In this section, we are going to see what is the university policy on providing accommodation to the students and how students can get them enrolled or registered for the hostel facilities. At the Sabaragamu University, we have two kinds of hostels, which I am not meaning that male or female hostel. I mean that we have own university owned properties for hostel as well as due to the demand and shortage, we have rented halls for hostel. So altogether, total available number of hostel facilities at present is 500, 300 or 5,300 something, right? But including your batch, 2022-23, the total number of students is more than 9,000. So it is obvious half of the students, the facilities available at the university is not sufficient to accommodate half of the students in the hostels. So the policy of the university is to provide hostel facilities to the first year students and to the final year students. It is why it is first year students because they are very new to the university. They are very new to this place. They are very new to this region. So they need a support to stay. Once they familiar with the place and everything, they may be able to find accommodation themselves from second and third year. Why it is for final year? Final year students are engaged with research and everything, no, and final year is also very important academic year because with that academic year they're completing the studies and everything. No? So to give a convenient studying environment, final year also. First year and final year, we provide hostel facilities. Other limitation is we provide hostels to the students who comes from the areas beyond 20 kilometers from the location of the university. That 20 kilometer doesn't mean the road distance of 20 kilometers. We see it as bird view 20 kilometer straight line. The registration fee to get hostel is 500 rupees. In case you may think that now we have already commenced our degree program, our sessions have already started, including the orientation session. So, but this person is saying that we will get the hostel for first year, and some months of the first year maybe we may lose. No, not like that. If you don't get the hostel in the beginning or the first semester of your first year, then you will get hostel second semester of your first year and first semester of second year. Anyhow, 2 academic years you will get hostel facilities. Okay. Now, once the student registered and full-time internal student and get the hostel and accommodation facilities at the university, and the other important income is meals. So it is another important role of this branch providing canteen facilities to the students. In addition to canteens, there are welfare shops, photocopy copy services, as well as banking facilities inside the university. At Sabaragamu University, we have there are two locations. Sabaragamu University located. The most of the faculty is located in the main campus in Pambahina Belluloya, and the faculty of medicine located in Ratnapura. So when it takes canteens, uh, we have 6 canteens within the main campus and 2 at the Faculty of Medicine. Those 6 canteens are located near around the faculties as well as the university owned hostels. At the canteens, students can able to get the meals at the controlled price fixed by the university. For an example, you can be able to get breakfast for 100 rupees, lunch for 120, and dinner for 80 rupees. If in the surroundings of the university, the same uh, thing like lunch, you may need around 250 rupees for lunch. So considerably half of it in the canteen you will going to expend. In addition to the canteens, there are welfare shops, 4 welfare shops within the main campus. But in the welfare shops, we don't have fixed controlled prices. The welfare shops are established considering not only the students, including all other staff of the university, like lecturers, professors, likewise non-academic staff and others. So the welfare shops prices are ordinary market prices, and in the welfare shops also canteen facilities are there, but considerably the prices are higher than the prices we offer at the university canteens. In addition to that, at the welfare shop, you can get all the groceries and other items as per your need. Apart from this, photocopy service is also very important to students for copying their presentation, study materials, and etc., as well as getting printing service, lamination, and everything. There are 3 photocopy services within the university, and photocopy services also. We have standard price, standard market price, and slightly lesser than market price, which is beneficiary to the students. Okay. In addition to these facilities, the Bank of Ceylon and People's Bank of Sri Lanka, both of those banks have their ATM machines inside the university. One is near the playground, the People's Bank is, and the Bank of Ceylon is at the entrance. Even when you exit the university near the entrance, the branch of the Bank of Ceylon is also there. Right. Other key function of this branch is providing scholarships and financial assistance to the students. Major 2 scholarships we provide is one is Mahapola and the other one is bursary. In addition to these 2, the other scholarship time to time provided by the government of Sri Lanka as well as other legally approved entities we provide to the students. Mahapala scholarship is wholly handled by the University Grants Commission. They collect and receive applications for the Mahapala project and they shortlist it. Once they shortlist the applicants, they send the eligible list to the Mahapala Trust Fund. At the Mahapala Trust Fund, they check the documents, prepare certificate to each student who got awarded the Mahapala scholarship and send those certificates to the university, which is the student affairs department. Once you receive the certificates, we will issue the certificates to the students. And with that, each month, students will receive Mahapala scholarship. But in an academic year, a student is eligible to receive 10 installment of Mahapala scholarship. If you are following a 4-year degree program, then throughout your course of study, you will get 40 installment of Mahapala, but 10 per each year. But due to the processing time and other thing, uh, paying the first installment of the Mahapala may take around 6 to 7 months, sometimes 8 months, but with arrears, you will get the first installment. From then onwards, considerable each month you will get the Mahapala scholarship, which is 5,000 rupees per month. And for merit students, it's 5,050 rupees. Out of this 5,000, 2,550 rupees is granted by the Mahapala Trust Fund and 2,450 rupees granted by University Grants Commission. Together, it's 5,000. But 80% attendance of student is very important to receive the Mahapala scholarship. If you, when we have to pay the Mahapala for, let's take as for the August, we get the attendance report from the department for the month of July. If an eligible student to receive the Mahapala who doesn't have 80% attendance in July, he or she will not receive the installment in August. That means that missed installment will not be paid to them anymore. So you must be very keen on your attendance for this. If any students feel that they don't get selected eligible to receive Mahapala fund, they can directly appeal to the University Grants Commission to consider themselves. The other scholarship is bursary, which is provided by the university. So for bursary application, university receive and collect the application. Likewise, they shortlist the application to find out the eligible candidates. To shortlist, the maximum annual income amount is 500,000 rupees. If any student's family income is more than 500,000 rupees, that student will not be eligible to receive bursary. If any students receiving Mahapala, that student automatically not eligible to receive bursary. But in in that particular student's family, there is one school going children and one university student, that which university student is not receiving any Mahapala bursary, then we will consider 24,000 for that school going children and 36,000 for that university student, altogether 60,000 grace amount, and the annual income will be like 560,000 ceiling for that particular student. So this grace is there, but when you have a school going children, so school going sibling, you have to submit the certification from the school that particular sibling is studying at the school. Likewise, when you have a sibling attending university as internal student, you have to get the certification from the university that particular student is not receiving any Mahapala bursary or any other scholarships. Like Mahapala bursary, for bursary also 10 installment will be paid per academic year. And if it is 4-year degree program, 40 installments. And most probably 10th of each month you get this. But due to some practical reasons, it may go beyond 10, but each month you will get. And for bursary also, as I have said earlier under Mahapala, 80% attendance is mandatory. Once we shortlist all the applications we receive, we will display the eligibility list who will receive the bursary. With that, we also display the incomplete applicants, which means the documents you submitted with the bursary applications are not sufficient, or we are not able to take a decision whether give the scholarship or not to give the scholarship. We will display those candidates as incomplete candidates, and they can submit their insufficient documents later. Like Mahapala, students cannot appeal for bursary. Once you submit, that's it. But for an example, at the first year, your parent, only father is working, and and the annual income is more than 500,000, you are not eligible. But when you are studying in the third year, your father is retired, and the annual income is now with the pension money is less than 500,000. In that case, you can submit new request. Then we will consider and we will provide you bursary with the date on when your father or that source of income has retired. Okay. In addition to Mahapala bursary, some other government sources, approved entities, so some other embassies like China or India, they time to time they provide scholarship to students. These scholarships are like how they select, how we select students for these scholarships are like the based on the performance of the students academically and in other activities. But these scholarships, time to time, not continuously, but with the provisions given by those entities, will be given to the university and we will provide to the students. In addition to these matters, we also do some other services to students, which students, some all students are needed, some only particular students needed, such as deferring the course or postponing the course of study, cancelling the studentship, transferring themselves to another university, and confirming their studentship, postponement or deferment of study. For an example, if a student follows with your background due to unavoidable circumstance, he or she has to postpone and follow the degree program with the next coming batch. In that case, the student's request should be submitted through the head to the dean, and that request will be placed to the faculty board. With the faculty board recommendation, this will go to the Senate, and once the Senate approved and allowed the student to follow the degree with the next batch, that will come to us and we will issue the letter, and with that the student can follow it with the response. Cancellation. Sometimes when a student registers to University Grants Commission, but still the sessions are not started, may want to cancel their studentship for due to personal reasons. In that case, student can directly request us and we will cancel the registration and issue the valid documents such as school leaving document, etc. to the particular students. But once the students enrolled and the academic sessions are started physically, like students stayed in the hostel and studied here for a certain period of time, at least minimum for 1 week, Then, when the student need to cancel the registration, they have to complete the no claim form, which means that particular student has no any financial dues to the university. With completing that no claim only, they will get your registration cancelled. Other thing is, one student may get registered and enrolled to Sabragam University of Sri Lanka or some other university, and in the vacancy listing may get transferred to Sabragam University or from Sabragam University to another university. In that case, students also can request us with the sufficient support evidence such as UGC letters and everything. With that, we will automatically transfer those personal file and other matters to the students to the other university which they got transferred. With the personal files, we will also transfer the registration fees and amount the student has paid to the university. Other thing, important thing, mostly all the students needed and more than one time students need this confirmation of their studentship. If students receiving like EDCS, like if the parent, one or both of the parents are in teaching service, the EDCS scholarship. If some private organizations like Prima or private companies, the parents working in those private entities, then also they needed the studentship confirmation to get financial aid from that institution. For that, we have QR code in the university website as well as at the student affairs department. By scanning in, student can send the request to email to us to get the confirmation letter. Once we prepare that this particular student is following this degree program here in this faculty at this academic year, we send that confirmation letter via email, and also the student can collect it here in the office. At the same time, if it is needed to some particular authority or entity or organization, we will send it to the organization as well for the betterment of the student. Other thing is discipline of students. Once you are physically coming to the university, you should behave yourself with your colleagues, with your teachers, your lecturers, and other staff of the university, and with the outsiders who visit or who works inside the university, who runs the canteen or photocopy shop or anything like that. Likewise, when you are provided accommodation at the hostels, there also you have to behave yourself in a preferable way. For that, we have student bylaw, code of conduct, and residential bylaw. So you have to go through these documents very carefully once you are inside the university and act accordingly to avoid any unnecessary problem. These are some important contact details that uh, you can see that the office phone number of student affairs department as well as my email address as well as the academic wardens who are responsible for the hostels. For males hostel is Mr. R.C. Palyaguluge, and for female hostel it's Mrs. Sanjeevani. Both are lecturers. In addition to those academic wardens, there will be sub-wardens uh, in charge to each and every hostels for male separately and female hostel separately. And these are the names and the contact numbers of those sub-wardens. You don't need to note this down. Once you get into the university, you will get those details. Other important officers other than these are Marshal and Chief Security Officers. Marshal is the officer who is in charge for the discipline of the students. If any unwanted activity students are engaged in, Marshal will take action as per the bylaws against the student, which will go into their personal file, which may affect the student preventing getting any benefits from the university, right? So marshal is the key officer for the discipline. Likewise, chief security officer also look after the whole security functioning of the university, etc. So these are the things we provide at the Student Affairs Department in the Saprama University of Sri Lanka. And do you have any questions? So if students don't have any questions, then I think there are two questions. When will we take inside the university? When physical start date? Uh, how we can get the contact number? So let me move the slides up to the contact detail first. So you through this presentation, you may get the understanding that the hostel facility is limited here. So allowing the students for physical sessions should be decided by the faculty. And once they decide it, we will make the arrangements to the hostel, and then it will be able to allow them come to the university and the physical session will start. But as for now, we are not given any dates to commence the sessions physically. So you should excuse me for not giving a expected answer for this. Better contact the faculty, assistant registrar of the faculty, to get that. Okay, there another important question. Fitness center having university premise. Yes, there's a fully equipped gym in the university because Sabaragamu University has a degree program for sports science, no? So they have a gym inside the university. Lectures පටන් ගන්න කවදාද කියලා මට කියන්න බෑ. මේ ඒක faculty එකෙන් තමයි decide කරන්නේ. But once they decide it, they will inform to each student. And PDF version of this, I have no issue sharing this, but okay, I will send it to the coordinator so you can get it from her, right? Deferment student can get bursary or Mahapola. Mahapola is by UGC, once you get eligible for Mahapola, if you defer or not, you will get 40 installments. So that is not an issue. For bursary also same will be applicable, but your deferment should be approved by the Senate. So both can be possible, but at this stage, don't think of deferment. So better try to complete it with the proper batch. VLA accounts and LMS are handled by the faculties, not by the student affairs department. So you have to inform this to the head of the department so they can make a request with the computer unit. So they will make arrangements to correct the errors for the VLS accounts. Any other questions regarding students' facilities? The coordinator,
Yes, sir.
is I have to attend another session at 10. So shall we wind it now?
Okay, sir. Sure.
So
Thank you
okay,
so much, sir.
thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to interact with students at the beginning of their university life, and I hope it is useful. Uh, thank you all. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable time and for sharing those important information with our students. And thank you once again. And this kind reminder
Thank
is
you.
for the students. You will have another session today from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. to equip you with valuable information and skills to navigate the university library effectively. So we hope to see you all there. Thank you.